This is what one would call slow cinema, the rhythms of life shown in real-time pace. This form of cinema, despite its recentness, has been critiqued for its seemingly conservative rhythms. To quote, "It is retrograde in its nostalgic longing for pre-industrial temporalities and corresponding facing away from the complex multiplicity of time." This begs the question, if slow cinema is retrograde, then what is its progressive alternative? This is a city symphony. The city symphony seeks to portray urban modernity through the lens of editing experimentation. The filmic form copies the nature of the city. What this creates is a film obsessed with movement, motion, the buzz of the worker and the speed of their activities. Its modernity was also nationalistic. This particular film, Sao Paulo, Symphony of a Metropolis, was specifically made to show how far Brazil had come, how modern its cities were. It is the mobilization of society in political and visual form. This mobilization, however, also revealed something darker. Deep in the fiber of a united city buzzing like an elaborate clock came some of the core tenets of fascism: military mobilization and political unity. Mobilization is a massive theme of fascism, as can be seen in the fascist films that extol the value of marching soldiers. It, however, is not merely militarism. Getulio Vargas' Estado Novo government performed a symbolic act of burning all Brazilian regional flags on November 29th of 1937. When Vargas' civilian, military, and ecclesiastical allies watched the symbols of regional sovereignty go up in flames, they lent their support to the state's attack upon elements of Brazilian society deemed threatening. The mobilization of the fast cinema form is one that had direct parallels to the darkness of fascism. Speed and montage, which, once revered for their creative and critical power in the 1920s, started degenerating from the promise of mass mobilization into mass destruction. Estado Novo also meant a cleanup of those undesirable elements. Unbending regional elites, communists, liberal Republicans, Jews, and acculturated immigrants would bear the brunt of a broader assault on groups that did not conform. This purge was not an overturning of this new Brazilian modernity. It was one of its core values. Vargas and his advisors presented the expansion of federal powers as necessary to expand political and economic opportunities and to prevent the return to oligarchical liberalism. This is Elite Squad, a 2007 Brazilian film of considerable popularity. If fast cinema is to have a modern representative, it is films such as this, a quick-edit action blockbuster. The plot of the film revolves around this idea of cleaning up. Most importantly, it depicts Vargas-style extra-legality in these efforts. Its popularity raises the question of how people in general have come to uncritically accept such a high degree of violence from the forces of law.
Não vai falar em ditadura militar aqui. Só desapareceram 282. A maioria marginais, assaltantes de bancos, sequestradores. Através do voto, você não vai mudar nada nesse país. Tá? Nada, absolutamente nada. Você só vai mudar, infelizmente, quando um dia nós partimos para uma guerra civil aqui dentro. Né? E fazendo um trabalho que o regime militar não fez, matando uns 30 mil.
Fascism can be found in non-fascist places. The others responsible for these works are obviously not responsible for Brazilian military dictatorship, or its potential revival. But the dialogue between non-fascist film and fascism informs ourselves of how politics are sometimes not the surface of a work, but sometimes woven into its very fabric.